diet. And nutrition is one part which we as women neglect and put our family
Okay.
first. So I think
Yeah.
it's a very brilliant initiative from your side that you
All
want to
right.
come forward and look into the nutrition of the women,
Of
which I
women.
think globally is not talked much about.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to all our viewers that are joining. You're welcome to SETI Live Broadcast. This is Society Empowerment for Transformation Initiative. It's an NGO, a non-profit, non-governmental organization. We focus on women and children because they are the vulnerable group. And so we carry out strategic activities in health, empowerment, and education. Right now, we are doing information empowerment so that people can be able to bring changes to themselves and to the society at large. So today, we'll be looking at a very important and interesting topic, the effects of nutrition on women. And we have with us today a clinical dietitian, a sports nutritionalist, a lecturer, and a meat technologist. Thank you so much, Lakshita Jain, for joining us. I hope I get the pronunciation of your name well.
You're perfectly pronouncing it right.
All right, thank you so much. So we'll be
I was
going in.
yeah, I was little like
Okay.
curious that how would you pronounce my name, but you corrected.
Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank God. All right, so let's go straight into what we have today. So you start by telling us what is poor nutrition so that people understand when you talk about poor nutrition.
So as the name suggests, poor nutrition means there is a deficiency of the nutrition. So people have
Okay.
misconception it's just protein, carbohydrates, or the fat which we are taking little low that is causing us poor nutrition. But
All
what
right.
you forget about is poor nutrition means your vitamins too. So we kind of
Okay.
neglect the iron, yeah, zinc from our food, and that is how a poor nutrition. It is like collaboration of every nutrient which is happening. It could be like
Okay.
it could be like not taking that nutrient, or it could be like overtaking that nutrient. So poor
All right.
nutrition, as like I'll just go to a WHO definition. It says like any kind of lack of deficiency or any kind of lack of nutrition is the poor nutrition, which is
All right.
ultimately affecting your kind of health, and it is making you sick, it is making you lethargic and not full of energy. So in
Yeah.
sum it up, poor nutrition is just you're not able to get up and go for the work.
Okay. Thank you so much. So she says poor nutrition is either undertaking or overtaking a particular kind of nutrition. All right. So what are the major illnesses that can arise in women? You know that of children. So what about women? Like in women, what kind of illness can happen for us to know that we're having poor nutrition?
So women really look towards the outer beauty. So let's just go through.
Okay.
If you have like a poor nutrition, what outer beauty will be affected? First of all, your
Okay.
skin. You will lose the glow
Okay.
of your skin. Your eyes will lose their shine.
All
Your lips
right.
will become really dry. So that's just the
Okay.
three major things you will be seeing just from the face. If I go for the
Okay.
hair, you will see like early maturation or early graying of your hair. And one
Okay.
thing which I've particularly seen in the women is that there is a lot of what we say is shout about the diet and the nutrition. And the first thing which is because of the poor nutrition is your hair fall, and that is excessive.
Okay.
So if these four signs you see just on your face, that means you are
Mm-hmm.
living towards a very poor life. And as I've
Okay.
said before, that if you feel very lethargic, you're not like wanting to go for the work, you're not wanting to go just for your exercise, even do not want to do your daily chores. So that ultimately leads to the poor nutrition, and that is that you need to really fix it. And there is a lot
Okay.
of other ways that you can actually detect that you have a very poor lifestyle. And one major symptom or major clinical sign you can see is the color of your urine. Your urine
Okay.
has to pass. So if it's very light, that's also not good for you. And if it's very
Okay.
dark, that also not good for you. It need to be something like a light yellowish color. And that's one sign I particularly teach my patients that you have to see that if you're doing well or not. And there is lot of other signs you can actually go for, but these major signs is which we can actually see in our day-to-day life and don't have to go for a very clinical or get a lab
Clinical.
for it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. So those that are joining us, welcome. I see you. I see you. You're welcome. Please, you can drop your questions or your suggestion. If you have any questions, I'm sure she'll be ready to reply you. Any suggestion that you think will help us also. So she said, for you to identify that you have a low nutrition physically, we know women, we love to look beautiful, we love to look shining and all of that. So by the time you start seeing your skin going down, your eyes, your lips, it's just everything that has to do with your physical beauty. And then you're weak, you start feeling weak, you can't go for your exercise, the color of your urine. These are signs that you know that, okay, yes, I think I am losing nutrients in one way or the other. Okay, so like signs of poor nutrition, that's what you talked about right now. So how can malnutrition affect women's health? Like, are there kind of diseases that women can have? Let's say diabetes or any diseases. Are there diseases that women can have as a sign of poor nutrition so that we'll know?
So I was just reading a report today itself which says that poor nutrition in women can actually lead to like 13 types of cancer. And
Oh,
that's just
wow.
13 types of cancer. Breast cancer is something we actually hear every day, but
Yeah.
extreme cancer, and there is lot of like not awareness amongst, so that's same, the poor health is same, I think, in India and Africa. We kind of match with
Mm.
our nutrition and the status of our.
Yeah.
And one thing, like you said, is diabetes, cholesterol. That is something which comes little later. But your skin, that like one more point I want to talk about is the breath, your breath of your mouth.
Okay.
Really starts to
Okay.
stink because everything is getting accumulated in your body, and that's how it shows. And coming back
Okay.
to your like the quotation you just said is diabetes, your sugar level is
Yeah.
bound to get high, your fat level in your blood is bound to get high, even the blood
Okay.
pressure. So these are small symptoms that a woman should always be aware of, because we kind of have been always taught that men comes first, and that's same in India and that's same in Africa, that
Yeah.
we have to feed our family first, and then we have to like like feed ourselves. And also one thing I want to talk about is, and one thing I just posted today itself was that women, when they actually do not eat well and take care of themselves, it is actually
Mm.
harmful the kind of family they have, because all of
Okay.
us are so much dependent on our mothers and all on like a woman actually. She is the head of the house, and if she is not well, we all are not doing well.
All that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
just,
So
yeah.
a question just came in now, and somebody wants to ask. Somebody is asking, how I would like to know women during pregnancy, what kind of food they need to take as it as it has impacts. Like pregnant women, what kind of food are they supposed to take?
So a poor women, so let's just know who got just basic pregnancy. So a normal woman
Okay.
has a different kind of need, and when she is pregnant or lactating, the kind of nutrition need increases. So it is
Okay.
different in Africa, it is different in India. So that will be a difference. But according, so I'll just quote the Indian norms. So for in India now, all the kind of RDAs, or what we say is the recommendations for a pregnant woman, have changed. So just for the basic, if I'm saying like if I am having like 2000 calorie, then under only 100 calories will be increased. So this is just the
Okay.
calories, but also your protein needs, your carbohydrates need will increase. And if you see that any time a pregnant woman goes to a doctor, they are supplemented with zinc, folic acid, and other kind of supplementations too. So
Yeah, you're
these
right.
things you particularly have to add from the diet too. Then folic acid, that's your folate, and zinc, iron specifically you have to add. And the fourth thing will be the iodine. So these four things is
Okay.
one thing you should always make sure. And also the kind of fruit intake, also the water intake and the vegetable intake done by the women at that particular time needs to be increased. So there is
Okay.
a very popular saying in India that says that a pregnant woman actually eats for two people.
Yeah, even here too. We have that saying here too.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what she has to do is not eat for two people. So that's a very small baby she has to eat for, not like exactly the
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
quantity, but yeah, she has to increase the nutrition profile. And uh, like a pregnant mortality is what she say is during pregnancy, death of women in countries especially like India and Africa is huge, because
Okay.
again, as we like started, is that women health or women nutrition is put secondary in the
Mhm.
kind of developing countries we come from. So
Yeah.
we really need to focus on the pregnant women and generally
Pregnant women.
girl or the or the women who are into puberty or in their growth spurt.
Mhm.
So everything needs to be really taken care of, because it could really hamper their kind of growth.
Okay. So I want to ask, nutrition right from a child, does it affect even as a child grows to become a woman? Let's say, for example, as a child, the child is not properly fed, doesn't have the proper nutrition. Does it affect when that child becomes a woman?
So I'll give you a very short example, and I think that will just clear up your question. Have you
Okay.
seen a very short girl or like women having their periods very early?
Yes.
So that is just because of the nutrition and the poor quality of nutrition you take.
Okay.
So these two
Okay.
things, if the women at the time of puberty is not having like a good quality of food, can lead to. It is called like a growth. So if the growth is happening at a good speed, it's called like growth spurt, that you are growing.
Okay.
But if the nutrition is not of a kind amount, it will stop at certain level.
Okay.
And secondary will be you will have problem for your periods or the menstruation you call for.
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
maybe
Thank you very
time will
much.
be irregular. So these kind of
Okay.
things really matter, and nutrition plays a very important role in this.
Okay. So thank you. So from what she said, what I get is that right from childhood, in short, right from childhood, nutrition is very important as a child, as an adolescent, as a woman. So right from when a baby is still, in short, when a baby is still in the womb, there has to be some right kind of nutrition. So that as that baby is coming out, the baby will be able to stand some things in the environment. So thank you very much. And I want to ask another
Can I
question.
add one thing along with this? So as you
Okay.
said, when the baby is in like in the womb itself. So I was like,
Yeah.
there's something called Ayurveda in India. So this is like a
Okay.
basic cultural book. What we say is modern science. There's something called Ayurveda in India, which actually
Okay.
says that mother. So I think that's like a saying or globally, that a mother and baby is connected.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Of
So,
course.
so the
Yeah.
baby nutrition comes from the placenta or from the mother itself. So if the mother is
Mm-hmm.
not eating right, so the baby is also not getting
No,
nourished.
it's exactly. Yeah.
So also that I was reading about it. So it says like on the eighth month, have you seen that women get lot of mood swings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is because the baby and the mother shares the same kind of energy. So what happened? The energy of mother goes to the baby,
It goes
and when
down.
at
Yeah.
that time mother's energy goes really low or the mood swings
Slow.
happen. And when that
Yeah.
energy comes back to mother, that energy comes back. So it's not it's very complicated and simple at the same time. So
Okay.
I think God have made us a very unique way, and nobody
Yeah.
can
Sure.
understand it is the kind of working in our.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And I believe women need. There are stages at which we need nutrients at different levels. For example, women go through a lot of hormonal changes. We go through menstruation. We go through the reproductive stage. There's premenopause stage. There's menopause stage, and all these hormones are there, and all these stages there are certain kind of nutrients that we need as women. So women, as we are listening, even the men, let's check our wives, let's check our sisters, let's tell our women around us that they need these nutrients for them to be able to do a balance well in society. So that will take me to the next questions. What are ways do you think that women can ensure to have a balanced nutrient level?
So as the line suggests, balance. So you need to
Yeah,
have like
balance.
every food group. You need to have everything in the balanced way. So if you're having milk, if you're having like milk products, if you're having meat products, or any kind of vegetables and fruits, everything needs to be balanced. So in the world of this fat diet and the fast diet, what happened is people have started eliminating the food groups. We don't have to do that.
Okay.
So everything needs to be put balanced. So if you're also eating like sugar or salt, they need to be balanced. So I just give a very basic guidelines is that you have to eat like 2 fruits a day and 5 vegetables a day. And it will be
Two
better that
fruits, five
2 fruits
vegetables.
and 5 vegetables. That's the least you should eat.
Okay.
Okay, because wheat
Okay.
alone. So again, coming back to the internet culture, they said you have to eat like 900 to 1000 calories a day. And that's what we have
Yes.
been reading. But that's not true. So that's the minimum 1400 to 1500 calories you have to take in a day. So that actually
Okay.
includes like 2 portions of your fruits and 5 portions of your vegetables, including it also includes your vegetables, your meat if you are a non-vegetarian, and also there is a like for like Indian cooking we use a lot of spices.
Okay.
Lot of spices. So everything needs to be included in the balanced way.
All right. Okay, thank you. So, two fruits, five vegetables. That means your food has to have the balance in it. There should be the vegetables, the carbohydrates, the protein, the minerals, and all. It should be in a balanced state. Okay, so somebody is saying, "Hi, Blessing. Let's know what issues at Africa you feel needs to be addressed for women in Africa." Yeah, there are a lot of issues in Africa that are related to women, a lot. So I don't know if you can please specify exactly in what area. Is it in their health or what area do you think? Because women, there are a lot of, especially in Africa, we have gender inequality, we have health issues. So please try and specify what issues you're talking about.
And
Okay,
I think
so
if
back,
we talk about like both India or maybe just like any part of the world, and also we were talking
yeah,
about the periods. So I would say iron deficiency is one thing which is very prominent everywhere. And also I was reading
okay,
like a WHO report which says like 50% of world population of women is anemic. That's like iron deficiency.
okay, yes, yes.
I think one problem which is very persistent all over the world is this. And
Okay, so
I'm still waiting for them to be very specific.
yeah, okay, let's go with that. Yes, you're very right actually, because of all the whole reproductive phases, and women lose blood monthly. So if you're not replacing this blood that you're losing, you actually go low on blood. And again, during childbirth, you're sharing your blood with a child and all of that. So anemia, you're very right. Thank you very much. Is one of the major issues, nutritional issues. So we need to feed ourselves with iron on a daily basis. So, please, can you tell us some, apart from the physical, are there some clinical or medical signs that can show upon nutrition, like headaches, fever, or anything? Like if I start feeling maybe I'm having headaches or I feel dizzy, are there some signs that can show that, okay, I think I'm lacking nutrients or something? Are there any signs?
So there is a lot of signs. So if you have like deficiency of any vitamin or mineral, that will show like a different kind of signs. So for example, if you have a deficiency, like we said was iron, if you have a deficiency of iron, your hemoglobin is bound to get low. And that time you
Okay,
faint a lot, like actually faint a lot, or you will feel like you're not able to concentrate. Second kind of
okay,
vitamin I would probably say is the calcium. Your bones will
all
start
right,
hurting, your bones will start hurting, you're not able to like run. And other kind of vitamins or the mineral you can actually see is vitamin A deficiency. So vitamin A
okay,
deficiency is very prominent in India and actually all over the world. And that particularly I would really recommend with the kind of milk you have, and the kind of vegetables and fruits you have. So these all are very much interconnected, and you can actually have it with the food itself, and you don't have to go to the market or special kind of supplements intake like the multivitamins or the just the mineral intake to get or to get overcome with these kind of deficiencies. Other prominent deficiency I would like to talk about is vitamin B12 and vitamin D. Is it very common in Africa itself? Is it?
No.
Not really, vitamin B12. Okay, that's very prominent in India, vitamin B12 and vitamin D.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So, coming back to Nigeria, I would like to say some things like we in Africa, we believe that, I don't know about India, but here in Nigeria, we believe that once the food is very full, the bowl of plates should be very full. We don't care the amount of vegetables, the amount of, let me use rice for an example. We can eat a whole bowl of rice and then very stew on it, and then maybe a little meat on it, and now and we've eaten. As long as our stomach can be full, we don't care the nutrients that are available in it. And then sometimes we feel, oh, I'm full. We feel bloated. We feel like we've eaten a lot, but no, we have actually just filled our stomach. We've not actually eaten the right nutrients. There's a difference between fooling yourself and then eating the right nutrients. So eating the right nutrients is what we are looking at, and we are measuring to women today because women are a whole lot of complications. You know what we go through as women, a whole lot of hormones, complications going through us, and we actually need so many nutrients. So I would advise us as women, we should take into consideration what we eat. We should make sure that all our food, yes, all our food has balanced nutrients. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It could be affordable. Vegetables, fruits, minerals are there. Yes, it could be affordable. You don't have to go for the whole expensive thing. So just make sure you have the nutrients you need, because it's actually going to affect. There's a popular saying that health is wealth. If you don't eat well, it's true. I don't know if they say it in India there, but here in Nigeria, it's a popular saying. Health is wealth.
It's the same in India itself, that health is wealth.
All right. Yeah. So if you don't eat well, you will not be able to be productive. And then when you're not productive, you actually not have the money that you're chasing. So I would advise us to please eat well. Yes, somebody says nutrients are very important. Yes, nutrients are very important. The quality of the food is more important than the quantity. You don't have to eat a whole muzzle. Just make sure that it has the right nutrients in it. I'm also talking to myself here. So I should be able to eat the right food in the balanced states, even not if not just for now, even for future states. Not just for now, even when you know you get pregnant, you have your child, they're at old age and all of that, all those nutrients that you've eaten will begin to play back then. By that time, it doesn't have to start showing now. You're not eating for now, but you're eating for future. Yeah, for the future, yes. Okay. So, do you have any more information for us?
So we talked much about nutrition. We talked about like vitamins, mineral, protein, and carbohydrate. But one thing we forget about is the water. The water we're drinking.
Okay.
That's a very every area needs to be very clean. If you're having like a groundwater or something which is not clean, that again will lead to any kind of like poor health in women or any kind of like men also. So water also, and one thing is people what they generally do is like they do not like the taste of water, and that's very much quizzing that how can anyone not like the water taste. So what they do is alternative is like make infusion water or any kind of like have soft drinks or hard drinks in the place of water.
Of water, and that's wrong.
I don't know what is wrong with them, but that's how they work. So water generally needs to have a separate place along with protein, minerals, and vitamins. But it needs to be clean and not to be added with any kind of like hard drinks or soft drinks they want to have. So this
Okay.
probably is just my giveaway. Just have a clean water and not something like from anywhere.
Anything. Okay, thank you very much. Please,
Thank
water
you.
is very, very, very important. Yes, I get you. Water is really important. Even here in Nigeria, people prefer to take soft drinks, take coke instead of taking water. Water is tasteless, water is that, but water is even more important and even less expensive. It's more affordable compared to the soft drinks and all of that we drink. Please, can you tell us how many liters of water do you think we should take in a day, like
So
that
it
someone should
really
take?
So it generally depends on the kind of body weight or a kind of exercise you have or kind of like physical activity you have in a day. So 2 liter is minimum you should have, be it any minimum. That's the minimum I could actually recommend, but it could go to like 3 to 5 liters a day. So that's the minimum you should have.
Okay, okay. So she said 3 to 5 liters a day. So gauge yourself. How many liters? I don't think I take up to 3 to 5 a
So
day.
that
But I'll
one
try.
glass will
I'll
be
try.
250 ml. So that will be like 8 glass a day. That should be minimum of yours.
Okay, so the minimum should be 8 glasses of water
Eight.
a day. Okay, thank you very much. So please, viewers, thank you so much for joining in. I
Thank
see
you
you
so much.
guys. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the suggestion. It was a very, very, very interactive and interesting sections. Women are very important. Women are very vulnerable. Women are complicated. We are special beings. Yes, that's why SETI we focus on women and children because they are vulnerable. And through women and children, that's how we build a better society. Please, let's take care of our women, let's take care of our children. They are very important and we are grateful. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you so much.
Lakshita
Thank
Jain.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much. Thank you
much.
for honoring our invitation. It was a very, very informative and interesting section. So please let's make sure we take the right nutrients. Let's make sure we eat the right components of food. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. We are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, and you can check on our website at www.setiinitiative.org. You can check there, you see all our activities, what we do. We are into empowerment, we are into health, and we are into education. Thank you so much, Ms. Lakshita. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.